Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for August 12th to the 18th. This is for Virgo, Virgo rising, and Virgo moon. And we're going to jump right into it, Virgo. This is a loaded week. As you can tell, this is going to be a very, very, very pivotal week. Now, we're kicking it off on Wednesday, August 14th. You see Mars is going to conjunct Jupiter. You see the green asterisks are the best aspects of the week. We have another one later. We'll talk about that. But Mars conjuncting Jupiter is major. It's huge. And if you are here for career, this is big because it's happening in Gemini in your 10th house of career. Fame, public recognition, honors, achievements, leadership, even everything that you're exerting all your energy into that you want to be known for. Mars's passion, Mars's power, its action, Jupiter, growth, expansion, good luck, good fortune. So powerful conjunction here. Extremely powerful, and we have not had Mars conjuncting Jupiter and Gemini in a really long time. We're talking 35 years. If you can remember back then, that would be around 1989. That was the last time. So this is really exciting. There is a new cycle that we're kicking off here, and it is so powerful. It's like a 12 out of 10. You're going to feel all this courage, all this drive. You're definitely going to, success is going to be your motto. It's going to be something that you're going to feel driven. Let's just keep it that way. You're going to feel very driven around this time. You're going to walk the walk. You're going to talk the talk. This energy is really heightened, and it's in your 10th house. So there's definitely a lot of action happening in terms of career or just your passions. Use this energy to your advantage. Really harness it. Now, the same day, Mercury is moving out of your sign into Leo. And so now Mercury is retrograde in Leo. So you could be returning to past creative pursuits, creative projects, maybe even hobbies, exes, former romances. They could resurface. Remember, this is Mercury retrograde. Things, people, circumstances from the past, they float back around this time, and it is in Leo. And even with the new moon in Leo that happened on August 4th, there could be something, so you may circle back around something that you may have launched, or a conversation that you had, or something that happened around that time. Okay, now remember that Mercury retrograde, it is for the collective. So when I say people from the past could come back into your life, well, it could be you reaching out to people from your past as well. With these retrogrades, the bigger picture is just reassessing things in your life and reevaluating where you are in your life, and definitely just getting things done, getting things settled too. Now on Thursday, August 15th, Mars will square Saturn. So we've come to the first Saturn square. Remember from your monthly forecast, I mentioned that we're going to feel a lot of squeezing. You're going to feel the Saturn squeeze mid-month. So here's the first one, Mars and Saturn. These are the two malefic planets. They are being naughty, okay? And you can feel this aspect for perhaps throughout the week, for the next, for the month, but it really is going to be something that has to do with your career and possibly partnerships in career where you just feel a little bit of a squeeze. Now, we've had these, you've gone through these aspects before, so it really just depends on you handle these energies, all right? Remember, Mars can be a little conflicty and aggressive. Saturn is all about limitations and restrictions. Now, this is what makes this week interesting, is because we kick it off with the Mars Jupiter conjunction, and that is just all this momentum that is building, you wanting to accelerate, and Saturn is now saying, whoa, hold on, I'm going to chaperone you. And Saturn walks really slow. And so it's just working with Saturn's energies. Yes, there is this weight to Mars squaring Saturn, but remember, there is some sort of lesson that Saturn wants you to learn around this time. I mentioned in your monthly forecast, this is a month of practicing patience as well. So that could be one of the biggest tests at, around this time. But just remember, Saturn is karma. So Saturn rewards you. So you pass Saturn's test, you're going to be rewarded, but you also grow and you expand and you thrive and you become a lot stronger after you pass Saturn's test. And, honestly, the more that you are in tune with yourself, with your higher self, you're going to ace this test. You're going to ace this test. So it is a good time to adjust to structure systems in your life. You may even feel that they are adjusting as well. You might feel that you want to pivot in some areas in your life as well when it comes to partnerships and relationships, especially that's where Saturn is in Pisces in your 7th house. So that it's not limited to work. It can be love and romance as well. There could be some sort of squeeze that you feel around this time. And especially because Jupiter will square Saturn. That's why I put Monday here as well, because that's when Jupiter squares Saturn and we have the full moon in Aquarius. And here you see on Sunday and Monday really come as a package deal, all these aspects happening at the same time. So remember, just grow with these energies and weed out anything that you, while you're reassessing, things that you just don't find meaningful in your life at this time. Okay. Remember, Saturn is Chronos. Saturn is time. So really working with his schedule right now and his tests as well. Practice that patience. Slow and steady does win the race, Virgo. All right. So take that time to reflect. And even with the fact that Venus, remember, is in your sign. So that could actually be very helpful for you, with problem solving, with being practical about matters, very pragmatic. It could come to your benefit. All right. It's in your side. So I really love this for you. Now, the other thing is, and there could be some competitive energy that you feel around this time with Mars and Gemini in your 10th house and then Saturn and Pisces in your 7th house. So, there could be something here where you feel a little competitive, or there may be some competition that you may be aware of as well around this time. Now, on Sunday, here we go. All right. We got Mercury squaring Uranus. We have Venus opposite Saturn, the Sun conjuncting Mercury, and then Venus squaring Saturn. Again, all happening at the same time. This is really strong energy. Okay. And remember, we're packaging this with the full moon in Aquarius that's happening on Monday. We'll talk about that next week. Jupiter squaring Saturn next week. That's happening Monday as well. Now, the first one, Mercury squaring Uranus, we had this aspect, okay, on July 21st during the full moon in Capricorn. So if you can think about, were there any surprising news that came around that time, around that full moon? Remember, the full moon was conjuncting Pluto at that time. So there was really some things that may have come to the surface. Something may come around again the same time, around the same type of circumstance or matter or message or communication that came up around that time. Remember, Mercury is the messenger and communication. It could have been something with travel. It could have done something with education, maybe even publishing, broadcasting. Those are all themes. Remember, Mercury squaring Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus. Now, remember also Mercury is retrograde. So again, something of the past here, and it could be something linked to the new moon that happened August 4th as well. So just keep that in mind. You could be receiving surprising news or information, and it could also be something or someone from someone of the past. Uranus is the unexpected. And with this aspect, with Uranus being the unexpected, Uranus is also breakthroughs. So use this time to use this energy to your advantage, where you can have your breakthrough, especially with communication, with Mercury being here. Okay. So what's really great about what's happening around this time is that the Sun will conjunct Mercury. So this is really great. We have a Mercury Cazimi that's happening in Leo. This is a total refresh of communication, of logic, of processing, of things going on up here. Mercury Cazimi, that's when Mercury's in the heart of the Sun. So really strong alignment, refresh, awareness. It is a light bulb moment. It's like the aha aspect of the week. So a lot of things could start making sense for you around this time. Now, Venus will also oppose Saturn. Very interesting. Remember, Venus is in your sign, and then it's opposing Saturn, which is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So you may be asking a lot of questions when it comes to long-term commitments. Remember, Saturn is time, and so Saturn's also long-term goals. There could be a squeeze that you feel around this time as well. Something that has to do with love, money, creativity. Those are all themes of Venus. You might experience delays, or you might actually realize something around this time that you might have to work harder for something. Remember, Saturn is making you work really hard here. And so just play by Saturn's rules. Again, Saturn is karma. Saturn will reward you. These aspects pass, you will be rewarded. So just be in touch with your higher self at this point and think about whatever it is that you do want. Think about how good it will feel when you pass Saturn's test, when you get rewarded, and when you get there, when you get to the finish line. Now, Venus will square Jupiter. So now we've got the two benefic planets that are in this square. This is just a time with Venus squaring Jupiter where you want to be mindful about overindulging, being extravagant, overspending. Remember, Venus is in your sign. But there could be something here involved with, again, career, fame, honors, achievements. It's a great time to be social. Venus is very social, and you could be having really deep analytical conversations with other people. Just remember, with all these other aspects happening at the same time, just a good idea to read the room if you need to read the room. This is just Venus squaring Jupiter. And remember, Jupiter expands, but it is in a square with Venus. So overspending, really, I want you to be mindful of. That could be something here, especially because when you start feeling the squeeze, and again, for some of y'all, it may be like a 1 out of 10. Some of y'all may feel a little bit stronger, but with that, you just may be like, screw it, I'm going to order 400 pizzas and so with that said, Virgo, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, which again, this Mars conjuncting Jupiter, major, especially if you are here for a career. All right. So let's see what's going on for you. Let's see what's going on for you for August 12th to the 18th. Again, for for Virgo rising and Virgo moon. If you want to read for any other placements in your chart, you are absolutely welcome to. So, Virgo, let's do it. See what we can expect for Virgo. August 12th to the 18th, Virgo. I do a traditional occultic cross spread. It offers the best overview, in my opinion. If we need to pull clarifiers, yeah, we will. We will, especially because your birthday season's coming up. Very excited for that. I'm absolutely excited for y'all. And you know I love you. Y'all are amazing. All right, so let's see what's going on. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a week. Oh, you are definitely going to have some moments. There could be, especially because you do have Saturn in your 7th house, there is, and then with the full moon in Aquarius, we're going to talk about that next week. Remember, Aquarius rules your 6th house. You are the native ruler of the 6th house. There's 6th house is everyday activities, your routines, but also work related as well. So it does seem like that you are moving in a place where you are definitely going to have this emotional impact. But let's see what's going on here, because it seems like that there is going to be this change that I'm feeling. But also, remember how I talked about structure, like you moving into this place of structure. Now, you did get the 2 of Pentacles, all right? So there could have been, it came up in your past, could have been some decisions that you made or some decisions that you did not make, which is coming through energetically that you're maybe still sitting on. Remember, Mercury is retrograde. Mercury was retrograde in your sign. There could have been this, he's the juggler, this balancing act, especially with career options, choices, career paths, but also money. Okay. Remember, these are pentacles. Pentacles are money, but also it's your physical reality as well. So it could have just been a decision that I'm feeling like there was this weight. There was something that you really needed to make a decision about, or even if not just making a decision, just prioritizing something over the other. And it does feel like energetically for me that it's something new. It's almost as if like you've never had to make this decision before. So there is a sense of balancing things out. All right. Balancing things out. And if you don't, then it can be a little bit harder when you move into this week with the Saturn squares. So be sure to prioritize the things that you need to, if you feel compelled to do that, as well as make the decisions that you need to make. If again, you need it, you feel compelled to do that. Now, you did get the Three of Swords in the heart of your spread. All right. So this is definitely saying that there is going to be something that you may feel, emotionally this week that could be a little bit challenging. Now, Three of Swords is attributed to Libra. This card is actually attributed to Saturn in Libra. Not a lot of people know that Saturn is exalted in Libra, but in any case, that's partnerships and relationships. What's really interesting, what I said, this card is attributed to Saturn in Libra. Saturn is in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So there could be some ending here with a partnership relationship. Maybe you are intuitively aware as well that it is something that has to end, or you are the person that has to end something and it's got to be emotionally impactful for you. But it could also be something that's happening in your world where there's something, that is, it doesn't even need to be ending. It's just a shift. Okay. But something that possibly, remember, Uranus is very active this week as well. It will be squaring the full moon in Aquarius as well. So that is, surprising as well. So yeah, this is just working with those energies, but paying attention to it, because you did have you got the 10 of Wands in your challenge area. And so the 10 of Wands is, look at him, he's carrying all these wands, so many wands that he can't even see where he's going. And look at him, it's not easy. It's not easy carrying these wands. And with that said, there's a lot of burden, and it can even be like burnout energy. So don't let things weigh you down this week. All right. Really have this healing. All right. Especially with the Three of Swords here. A lot of it is going to be something that could be that's going on up here as well. It's, there could be an experience that you have that really is affecting you, and you are finding yourself that you are overanalyzing things. And I say that because if you look down your cross, they're all swords. Yes, even though we do call this like the heartbreak card, it's still a sword suit. Swords are the mental suit. It's happening up here. All right. So it's all about perspective. You can look at this as, when it rains, it pours. You see the rainstorm happening in the background, or you can see it as after a rainstorm comes a rainbow. I've experienced this. I've learned from it. Saturn brought me those lessons. I'm picking myself up and I'm moving on. Okay. I'm not going to let that weigh me down, because you did get the King of Swords. Power, authority, someone who is quick to, make very, again, like strategic, the smartest king, very good in terms of decision making, but someone who's ready to strike, someone who's ready to continue to, it's almost like playing a game of chess, and that you can beat the other person, and you're like 5 steps ahead. That kind of energy is coming through. And so there is a sense of, it's almost like this could be a very cerebral week for you, based on the fact that all these retrogrades are happening. Mercury was just retrograde in your sign, and Venus is in your sign. Remember, Venus in your sign can be a little over analytical as well when it comes to matters of love and relationships and money and creativity. But this is really great. Now, you do also have the Nine of Swords in the root of your spread. And so there could be something here this week where, yes, something has really come up here and it is weighing you down. You see the sword stacked over his head. All right. And it's something where there could be someone else involved, to be honest, especially with this. It could have just been not seeing eye to eye. And again, with the Three of Swords here, it just feels like there is someone else involved. With the Nine of Swords, there typically is. There's always someone involved that you can't see, and someone behind the scenes here. But there could have been an argument, not seeing eye to eye. Again, it can be work related. This actually is a Gemini card, by the way. So there could be something impacting you in terms of work, career, where you're overanalyzing things and maybe even losing sleep at night. All right. So again, there is that sense of, let's move forward, because if you're going to hold on to these energies, you're not going to be able to move forward. And things are going to get a little bit trickier with Jupiter square Saturn, full moon in Aquarius. There's a lot, Saturn's really, really going to test you. So again, this is all part of this working with this karmic energy that Saturn's bringing. And then you have the Four of Pentacles in your future. And so, yes, there is going to be this sense of let me stabilize, let me bring order, let me bring structure in my life, and let me start building this foundation. Let me start building this foundation for my life. That's what this is for. It's all about order. Think about four legs of a table, stability as well. Okay, so there is something here where it is a big shift. I'm going to clarify a few things for you. Let's clarify okay, you got temperance, and I want to clarify your future. Oh, and then you've got a tower card as well. Okay. So with temperance, yes. And then you've got this sun. It just seems like, wait, you did get the, no, I don't know if that was you. Well, okay. Temperance. There you go. There's that balance. So remember, this is, temperance literally means self-restraint. And so this is that patience. It's that patience, but it's also working with those energies that Saturn's bringing. You see her feet in the water, okay? And then the foot on the land. So think about merging what's possible with what's real. Really take that time. Remember, I feel like y'all are going to do a lot of deep reflection around this time. But this is really great, having an archangel show up in the heart of your spread, clarifying the Three of Swords. And so remember, the Three of Swords is all about emotional healing. You remember what comes after the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, meditation, that stillness of mind. And so this is saying that's going to bring that balance, but have that balance, mind, body, spirit. Don't spend too much time, in your head, or too much energy up there, like 80% up there, and then like 10% in your heart. You want to have that balance, mind, body, spirit, all of it. And then with the Four of Pentacles, you got the Tower, but then you got the Sun. And so, yeah, you could have a Tower moment. Tower is that moment where there's something chaotic that happens, and it could be unexpected. So you see the lightning striking the crown off the tower. How interesting is that? You see the Four of Pentacles here. He's the only pip card that has a crown. Kings wear crowns, by the way. Queens wear crowns. But anyway, so yes, there could be something happening here. But interestingly, again, you got the Sun. So it does seem like, for a lot of y'all want it. It just seems like, look at this. There may be something that you're manifesting. You're like, okay, I just want to start from scratch. I want to burn it down, build it up. I want to, a phoenix rising from the ashes kind of energy. And then when that happens, you got the Sun in your future. And so this is really nice. There's a sense of rebirth coming after the Tower with the Sun. That's really nice. This is very interesting, because all your clarifiers are major arcanas. And so really significant how you move with these energies and you react with these energies. And, I always say you want to be responsive, not reactive. The Sun, optimism, abundance, it's vitality, it's good health. It's coming after this Tower moment. And so it's almost like the Tower moment, was something that you might look back on and say, actually, that was the best thing that happened for me. All right. And with the Tower moment, it happens for you, not to you. Okay. What comes after the Tower? The Star. The card of the Stars aligning for you. Now, let's get to your stuff. Oh my goodness, Virgo, this is going to be a really big week. Really big week. But again, there is a lot of, the cosmic weather I've talked about this. You're going to start feeling that squeeze mid-month. Now, all right, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Yeah. It seems like you're going to be fine. You are going to move on. You want to move forward. There is going to be support that you have. You did get the Nine of Pentacles. I absolutely love this. I think you recently got this too. I think I remember that, because this card is attributed to Venus in Virgo, and Venus is in Virgo, your sign. You see the symbol of Venus all over her gown. So yeah, this is a sense of abundance as well, but in an independent
abundance, independent freedom, self-sufficiency. This is someone who's really worked hard, has earned her spot, standing in her garden of abundance. You see the pentacles stacked up around her. Her harvest is really big. She's really happy. There's a lot of enlightenment here. So continue to move in that direction. Everything's going to happen for you. You got to vibrate at that high frequency, and I want you to visualize it too. A lot of it will be moving forward. Again, a lot of it just seems like there's got to be a lot going on up here, but I really want you to focus on having that balance, mind, body, spirit, all of it. Now, you also got the Queen of Cups, which is absolutely amazing, which is in your external factors area. So the Queen of Cups is someone who is very loving, has so much love. We're talking super conscious. She has this emotional depth, this emotional intelligence. You even see her foot in the water being emotions. This is someone who does what her heart desires, but again, someone that you can trust, someone who is very empathetic, someone who is very nurturing. She's actually Cancer, okay? And it's double water. Queens are water, cups are water. So a lot of emotion. So it does seem like there is someone on your side, someone that's very supportive here, okay? And it could be a friend that, possibly a Cancer rising, Cancer moon, or any of that. But it could be a friend because Cancer does rule your 11th house of your social network groups you belong to, but also your hopes and wishes and dreams. So there could be someone opening up doors for you as well. Or it could be someone that you meet that, remember, you've got that partnership energy. Now, you have the Five of Cups, but where it falls in your staff, it's just saying, I don't want to look back anymore. I don't want to look back. I don't want the past to dictate my present. I don't want the past to dictate my future. I'm ready to move forward. He does have 2 cups right behind him. This is all about, remember, taking that action, emotional healing, and moving forward. I would, communication, it seems like, is definitely going to be important this week, especially with the retrogrades. There could be something of the past coming up, someone from the past as well. But remember, all the swords down your cross. Swords are communication. Lastly, you got the Chariot. Really nice. This is having that willpower to move forward, that confidence to move forward. Remember, you started off with the Two of Pentacles, one of the cards that's it's one of the most imbalanced cards, and now you got the Chariot, where you got the charioteer who has total control of these dualities of the Sphinxes here. So you're in control, and you're going toward your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. You even see the stars in his canopy. Referring to the actual star card, which is really nice because two things here, actually. You did get the star in your final outcome last week. And so I love the fact that the Chariot showed up here in your final outcome. And then secondly, the Chariot is also Cancer. And remember what I said, Cancer rules not only your social network and groups you belong to, but also your hopes and wishes and dreams. So you're moving toward that now. All right. So it seems like there are going to be things happening for you. This abundant, you're moving into this almost like, it just seems like there is going to be this sense of rebirth that you're going through this week. How much time do we have? I want to do one more clarifier. I want to clarify that. Yeah. And then you got the Queen of Wands. All right. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. I want you to really take that action in terms of having that balance, especially with temperance, clarifying the Three of Swords, and understanding any experience that you go through. We're all human beings. Okay. We're all human beings. We were built as human beings as a reason why we're not robots. We were built with a range of emotions, and we've got to feel them all. All right. So this may be a week where you just may feel a little bit stronger energies in terms of emotions. Remember, it's a spectrum. There's, low frequency energies, high frequency energies. Okay. And I say that because if you think about the word emotion, you break it down. Emotere. All right. We're going back to its Latin root. Okay. Energy and motion. So it's your energy. It's the action that you take and put toward these emotions that really dictate which direction you'll go. But anyway, Queen of Wands, there you go. That's amazing. Queen of Wands is someone who is very charismatic. People gravitate toward the Queen of Wands. This is someone who has a lot of passion. She is also an entrepreneur. She is the entrepreneur, the big businesswoman here. So if you are for career, you're going to get what you want as long as you move forward, as long as you can find that confidence and that willpower and that determination, everything that makes up, the chariot here, the charioteer here. Queen of Wands, you can even see the sunflowers, not only in her throne, but also in her hand. I'm going to show you. They exist in the actual sun card. She has the full powers of the sun. So you've got the sun pretty much again in your final outcome again. So this is really, really nice. I love this for you. And when I say she can attract what she wants, remember, wands are your passions, your ambitions. She is very ambitious, very charismatic, that one, the Queen of Wands. But also wands represent work, enterprise, profession, career. So there is something that you're moving toward that is going to be really, really nice for you. But it seems like there may be this moment that you go through that, again, to be honest, when you look at your entire spread here, you may actually welcome it. You may actually welcome it. But in any case, you're good. You're good. You're going to have an emotional, impactful week, but you're going to keep moving forward. Okay. And I want you to. All right, Virgo, I'm here for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Next week, we will talk about the full moon in Aquarius. Really powerful. Okay. That's going to be a powerful full moon. And, in full transparency, it's not a great one. You see all the aspects that are happening around it. And then Jupiter starts wearing Saturn, again, in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, where you feel that squeeze. Anyway, all right. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, all that algorithm stuff helps, and leave comments. Let me know what's going on. I'm watching. My eyes are on this as well. I'm Virgo moon, so I'm like, okay, there's something I'm going to experience. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all next week. Okay. When we get to your birthday season. All right. Thanks so much, Virgo. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.